Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Please make sure your audio is muted and feel free to use the chat function to ask any questions you may have. Please note that this meeting is being recorded. There will be an option to come off mute for everyone to give any comments they might want to give that way a little bit later in the meeting. Before I go further, I wanted to offer an apology. Late this past week, we discovered that a technical issue was preventing some of the emails sent to our project email from being correctly forwarded to my inbox. This resulted in some of your comments and questions going unanswered. We were able to correct this, and I've responded to all of the messages we missed. Once again, I apologize if you felt like your feedback was not important. It very much is, and please let us know if there is more we can do to make this right. My name's Anna Harvey. I'm the project manager for the Southeast Rail Station Study. It's nice to see some familiar faces from the community on this meeting. Our staff will be monitoring the chat and will pass questions on to our speakers when we reach the Q&A portion of this meeting. Before we go into separate breakout rooms by different languages, let's spend the first few minutes all together. The first few slides will be presented in English, Spanish, and Cantonese.
大家好，呢次會議即將開始，請確保你嘅電子設備已經靜音。如果會議過程中你有任何嘅疑問，歡迎隨時通過聊天功能進行提問。咁請注意，呢一次會議係會被錄影嘅。我哋首先呢同大家講聲抱歉，喺呢個禮拜我哋發現咗個技術上嘅錯誤，導致我哋冇收到一啲觀眾回饋嘅意見。而家呢個問題已經係改正咗㗎啦。我哋嘅工作人員即將關注聊天室嘅內容，並且喺進入會議嘅問答部分之後呢，將你提出嘅問題轉交俾我哋嘅發言人。喺進入各個語言劃分嘅討論室之前，我哋花幾分鐘嘅時間去了解一下內容。最開始嗰幾頁嘅圖片呢，將會以英文、西班牙文同埋廣東話呈現。
Buenas tardes, comenzaremos en breve. Por favor, asegúrense de tener sus micrófonos apagados y recuerden que pueden hacer preguntas en la sección de chat. Se les avisa que esta junta será grabada. Habrá la posibilidad de encender su micrófono más tarde para compartir comentarios. Antes de continuar, quiero ofrecerme una disculpa. El jueves por la tarde descubrimos que un problema técnico impidió que algunos de los correos electrónicos acerca del proyecto llegaran a mi buzón, lo cual causó que algunos de sus comentarios y preguntas no hayan recibido respuesta. Posteriormente corregimos este problema y he respondido a la mayoría de las preguntas. De nuevo me disculpo si sintió que a su comentario no se le dio importancia. Le aseguro que sí se le da y no duden en hacernos saber si hay algo más que podemos hacer para rectificar este error. Nuestro equipo estará atento a los mensajes y les pasará las preguntas a los oradores cuando lleguemos al momento destinado a preguntas. Antes de entrar a las salas de interpretación, vamos a pasar unos minutos aquí juntos. Las primeras diapositivas se presentarán en inglés, español y cantonés.
Thank you very much to Connie and Esteban, our interpreters. Let's do a quick icebreaker to get started. Did you attend the last round of workshops, whether the two in October or our workshop earlier this week on Thursday? And what are you most looking forward to hearing in today's presentation? Please place your answers in the Zoom chat.
你參加咗上一輪嘅會議嘛？咁今日參加呢個會議咧，會有咩感受？咁你可以喺呢個 chat 嘅聊天工具上面咧輸入你嘅答案。
Haremos una breve actividad para comenzar. ¿Asistió usted a la primera serie de talleres o a la última junta del jueves? ¿Qué es lo que más espera ver en esta presentación? Por favor, escriba sus respuestas en el chat.
Thanks, Dennis, for sharing that this is your first meeting and that you live in Potrero Hill. Thanks, Teddy, for viewing our recordings. Just for those who may not know, we are recording these sessions in order to be able to post them on our website such that those that can't attend live can view them, and they're also being recorded in English, Spanish, and Cantonese. And noting the need for community input, thank you. Want to learn about the plan early in the process. Bonnie, thanks for viewing the recording. Yep, and we're definitely going to dive more into possible station locations. Thank you all very much for that feedback. We're a small, intimate group today, and so I think that will provide a lot of great opportunity for discussion. And one more from Donovan in the dog patch, and interested to hear what others feel about the locations. Thank you all. Connie and Esteban, I'm sure that's not easy to interpret, but I leave it to you.
Compartió que las grabaciones están disponibles en el sitio web, tanto en inglés, español y cantonés, por si no asistió a la primera ronda en octubre o a la primera junta el jueves. Estarán las dos series, que son la primera en octubre y la segunda este mes, disponibles en el sitio web, y compartiremos el enlace en su pantalla posteriormente.
好多謝大家嘅意見，我哋將會收集到呢啲意見咧，去進行綜合嘅處理㗎。
Thank you, Connie and Esteban. All right, so with the icebreaker out of the way, welcome to the Southeast Rail Station Study Outreach Workshop. We'd all rather be holding this meeting in person, but after the last year and a half of pandemic life, many of us have had to become used to meeting virtually. With that said, we'll do our best to make our time today useful and informative. I introduced myself, but there are also many other members of our interagency team with SFCTA and Caltrain and our consultant team on the line. We very much appreciate their time and effort, as well as a special guest today. We have Percy Birch from District 10 Supervisor Shaman Walton's office with us. I'll pause for interpretation, but after that, I'd love to invite Percy to make any comments if he wishes.
歡迎大家嚟到 Southeast 火車站研究外展服務嘅研討會。我哋十分希望以面對面嘅形式去進行呢一次會議，但係喺新冠疫情持續1年半以嚟，呢一次會議中，相信有好多人已經係習慣咗喺網上開會，但係雖然係咁，我哋都會竭盡全力去令到今日嘅會議係以更加高嘅效率去進行嘅。
Bienvenidos al taller de participación pública del estudio de las estaciones ferroviarias del sureste. Es cierto que la mayoría preferiríamos reunirnos de manera presencial, pero luego de 1 año y medio de pandemia, muchos nos hemos tenido que acostumbrar a la virtualidad. Dicho esto, vamos a hacer todo lo posible para que este encuentro les resulte útil y provechoso. Ya se presentó Ana, pero también quiere reconocer a todos los equipos, distintos equipos, los representantes de dichos equipos reunidos aquí hoy. Les da las gracias, y tenemos también un invitado especial, Percy Birch, que dentro de poco nos hablará.
Thank you so much. Percy, the floor is yours if you'd like.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you for making me feel so special at today's meeting. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Percy Birch, Legislative Aide to Supervisor Walton and your President of the Board of Supervisors. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but I get the privilege of being here with you all on this nice Saturday in District 10. First, let me just say that as we talk about access to new train facilities, I'm in awe listening to the two interpreters go back and forth. Language access is something that's extremely important to our office, and thank you, Esteban and Connie, for being here today, for providing that access to community as we talk about more access to transportation. Supervisor Walton sits on the Caltrain board and is also a member of the JPB, and so Caltrain issues are very important to us. Bringing this new stop to the district is something that we're very proud of, and want to keep this momentum going as we talk about next steps and take feedback in from community. So once again, I just want to thank everyone for being here today, our city staff, and especially community. Thank you, Anna.
Thanks, Percy.
OK，我哋有頭先啱啱講嗰個咧，就係叫做 Percy Birch， 佢就係話語言翻譯咧係非常之重要嘅，好多謝大家考慮到社區嘅語言需要，咁多謝大家嘅參與。
Percy Birch, el representante de Supervisor Watson, presidente de la Junta de Supervisores. Mientras hablamos sobre el acceso a nuevas estaciones, dice que el servicio de interpretación, el acceso lingüístico es importante para nosotros y le da las gracias a los intérpretes. Los asuntos de Caltrain son muy importantes para nosotros. El traer esta nueva estación al distrito es muy importante y queremos continuar estas conversaciones y recibir sus comentarios.
Thank you, Percy, and thank you, Connie and Esteban. This is the second meeting in our second round of public virtual workshops. We held 2 meetings in early October to introduce everyone to the set of major improvements to the Caltrain corridor that have spurred this work to look at future station locations. Today, we'd like to dive deeper into those alternatives for a new or rebuilt station at or near 22nd Street, as well as a new Bayview station.
呢一次係第2輪嘅公眾參與活動中嘅第1次會議。我哋已經喺10月初就召開咗2場嘅會議，向大家介紹咗 Caltrain 通道嘅一系列主要改進嘅項目。咁呢啲項目係促使我哋去討論規劃未來嘅車站位置。今日我哋將深入探討喺第22街興建或者係重建車站，或者以及係重建新嘅 Bayview 車站嘅替代方案。
Esta es la segunda junta de la segunda serie de consulta pública. Llevamos a cabo 2 juntas a principios de octubre para presentarles a todas las grandes mejoras al corredor Caltrain que han impulsado este esfuerzo por estudiar posibles sitios para futuras estaciones. Hoy nos gustaría profundizar más en esas alternativas para una estación nueva o reconstruida por la calle 22 o en sus alrededores, al igual que una nueva estación en Bayview.
We'll soon be moving into language-specific breakout rooms for presentations and discussion in English, Cantonese, and Spanish.
我哋將會好快進入根據各個語言嘅討論室，以進行英文、廣東話同埋西班牙文嘅彙報同埋討論。
Pronto nos dividiremos en salas particulares por idioma para presentaciones en inglés, cantonés y español.
If you would like interpretation in Spanish, please use the raise hand or chat feature in Zoom, or simply raise your hand if you are on camera now. If you dialed in, please press *9 to be placed into the Spanish breakout room. The Spanish breakout room will have the slide deck in Spanish.
Si desea acceder al servicio de interpretación al español, por favor presione Raise Hand o identifíquese en el chat en Zoom, o simplemente alce la mano si tiene su cámara encendida. Si se une a esta junta por teléfono, presione *9 para ser colocado en la sala de español. La sala de español tendrá las diapositivas en español.
If you'd like interpretation in Cantonese, please use the raise hand or chat feature in Zoom, or raise your hand if you're on camera. The Cantonese breakout room will have the slide deck in Chinese. And if you dialed in, please press *9 to be placed into that Cantonese breakout room.
如果你需要廣東話翻譯服務，請使用 Zoom 嘅 Raise Hand 或者係聊天功能。如果你係開咗鏡頭嘅話咧，你可以喺鏡頭前舉手嘅。廣東話討論室即將會用中文嘅簡介。
All right, thanks all. We'll just wait a moment while any breakout room assignments are completed. Just as a note, our sessions being recorded in different languages provides a great resource for those who'd like to view the presentations in language. And so we really appreciate the teams that record those presentations in Cantonese as well as Spanish. All right. Thanks all. As noted in the chat earlier, we're going to be keeping our English language room together because we have a small group. It does mean we have a great deal of material to get through. We'll give a brief background about all 6 options and how we arrived at those alternatives, and then pause to take some public comment. So I will speak for a while and then hand it over to my colleague, Jesse Kaler, and then we will I'll kind of cover a little bit more, and then we will take public comment before diving into the specific alternatives.